Nihon no tomodachi mina konnichiwa.
Hello everyone, Shreddawg, back here for a special video. We've reached the end of another year, and it has been quite an incredible year to say the least. I feel like it's been filled with a lot of highs and a lot of lows. I personally have had a lot of struggles throughout the year. I hope you haven't, but if you have, I feel you. But it's just nice to kind of take a step back for a minute and look back at all the positive from the year. And that's why today I want to do another top videos of the year. So I want to start off by saying this is an absolutely difficult video to create. There was so many incredible songs released this year. This was by far the most difficult year so far to create a top 15 list, at least since I've been doing this. I think this is the second annual top 15 list. It was very difficult. So I have put a lot of time into this, and there has been a lot of last minute potential songs added into the mix for this one, and that did not help, made it very difficult. As we're gonna sit back and take a look at the last year, at least in terms of music, songs that I really enjoyed, I thought it would be a perfect time to bring out my Iris Mondo sake cup. And I have one of my favorite sakes that I can get here, Soto. I think it's a really great sake. I really like it. For those of you that are into sake, it is a Junmai sake. I really enjoyed this one. So let me just open this up. I'm also just waking up too. So for breakfast, I'm having sake. There's sake all over my room now. And what we're gonna do is pour some of this into this glass. And let's take a little sip here just to get the show started. Absolutely delicious. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start the list. This is, in my opinion, the top 15 songs of 2023. Let's check it out. We are starting off number 15 with Cantoy's Non-Alcoholic One-Sided Love. I just absolutely love this band, and I love this song as well. This song is just, it's really fun. It's catchy. It's not the craziest heavy song out there, but it's just, again, really fun. The song is entertaining. It brings out emotions, right? Like it's something that's like relatable, right? So that's one of the reasons that I enjoy it. It's a very fun song. There is a pretty cool little like guitar solo in there as well. And I just think Cantoy makes great music. And one of the reasons I love it is a lot of their lyrics and things like that are relatable to life. It's like real life type situations, or it's about food, which is great. So that's why this song had to be on the list. As soon as I heard this song, I was like, man, I absolutely love it. The vocalist, Miri Pao, is totally awesome. I absolutely love her vocals. The whole band in general is great. I was very fortunate to meet them. I briefly ran into Miri before they were going to go on and perform their song, but I did have the opportunity to hang out with Catherine quite a bit, the guitarist. That was really cool. And also the bassist Kenbo, I believe, is the one who bought me a drink. That was really cool. Usually when I meet these bands, I try and buy them a drink just to say thank you for the show, everything like that. Kenbo, I believe, actually bought me a drink, which was really cool. And they were all super nice. They invited me to hang out with them after the show, but unfortunately I had to get back to Akihabara before, the trains, everything stopped, and I had to go out for dinner, everything like that. So could not hang out with them, unfortunately, but I did have the chance to meet them. And again, I spent most of the time chatting with Catherine and Kenbo. Great people. Also, the Cantoi family is just fantastic. I met so many members. They put me right up in front to enjoy Cantoi. It was really, really nice. All of the fan base of Cantoi is fantastic. They even welcomed me into the Cantoi family. They explained that I was meeting the Japanese family and I am the American family, so that was pretty cool. Like, I got to join officially the Cantoi family, so that was awesome. Fantastic people. They make awesome music, and yeah, it was just a great time. This song had to make it into the list. They had some great songs this year, but this song for me always just stood out. It was just such a great song. I absolutely love it. Number 14 on the list, you can see we have Pedals with Reinforced Concrete. This song just immediately stood out to me when I heard it. I really, really enjoy the vocalist. I love the style of the song too. It's pretty different. It's not your normal song that you're hearing all the time, so it was pretty cool to hear something pretty unique. The guitarist absolutely killed it as well. The bassist was great, drums are great. Overall, just fantastic song. I've listened to the song so many times since I've heard it, and I don't believe I've heard it. I believe I heard it just a few months ago, and it stuck with me since. So once I heard it, I pretty much knew it was definitely going to be high up on the list. As I was going through the year, I was trying to remember songs and just keep them in the back of my mind, what songs I thought might make the list. And as soon as I heard this one, I thought like it had a chance to be on the list, and it did make number 14 for my list. Again, it's just a little bit different. I love the vocals. I love the style. I love like their look. Like they have their own look, and it's pretty cool. It's just great song. It's definitely a more mellow song, not the most rockin' song on here, but I like a wide variety of songs, and there's songs for every time, right? There's times when you need super heavy songs. There's times when you need mellow songs, and this song is just fantastic. Just an absolutely beautiful song, and I knew it had to be on the list. All right, and now here we are, number 13. This is Henshin Fuyo. I believe that's how you say it, with On a Teenager's Night. I'm pretty sure that is the band name and the song title here. I remember when I first heard this song, I was just completely captivated. I believe in that video I even stated, I think this is one of the best bands that I've found all year long. Just one of those very, very small bands. I think even currently they have maybe less than 200 subscribers, which is crazy to me. I just absolutely loved everything about this song. Again, it's one of those ones, love the vocalist, right? It is what it is. But just a fantastic band. I thought everybody absolutely killed it in this song. I think oftentimes with me, vocals are very, very important. I need to have some way to connect to the vocals. I need to hear emotion or something in the vocals. It needs to be just beautiful. I don't know. I'm very picky with my vocalists, and this one definitely just instantly, I fell in love with the vocalist. Absolutely loved her. And the guitars were so great. Lead guitarist just absolutely killed it in this song. The bass is very prominent too. It was great. Drummer is really good as well. I even pointed out I liked that the drummer had a Simpsons shirt on. Pretty cool. Just a great song though, and yeah, I definitely need to go back and check out more from this band. I don't remember if they have anything else posted or not, but absolutely loved this song. It was just such a beautiful sounding song. Yeah, definitely, in my opinion, one of the best bands I found all year. So I knew for sure the song was going to be on the list.
I want to make a personality, but reality is not easy to get. Don't talk, let's play that with me. It's not good reason to let it. That's why you don't want to talk time right. Hey, go ahead, light up.
And now we are here at number 12. It saddens me to even introduce this song because unfortunately the band is Greed 5 Eggs, and they recently, I believe just last month, announced that they are going to be disbanding, which was very, very sad. I was really hoping I would have a chance to see them when I was in Japan. Unfortunately, they weren't playing any shows around the time that I was going to be in the area, so I did not have a chance to see them, but I think they're all fantastic. All three ladies are absolutely great. This song in particular, The Week, was a really, really awesome song. It was really cool because I reached out to them and asked if I could check out one of their songs that was, at the time, it wasn't even on YouTube, published by them, I don't believe, but I did purchase their digital CD because that's the only way I could really get it from here in the US. So I asked them for permission. Would you mind if I checked out one of the songs and posted a video about it? They were like, yes, please do. Thank you so much. So fantastic people. All of them are so nice. Just great, great people. This song in particular was fantastic. They had a few songs come out this year. I'm trying to think. It might have been one or two music videos that came out this year as part of this We Crazy EP. Maybe it was one and they had another song. But fantastic band. It's so sad for me to even talk about them disbanding because I just thought they were absolutely fantastic. I love what they were doing. They were unique. They had their own sound. It was super, super good. It was heavy, but then not heavy. Like they struck such a good balance there. And again, they're just, all three of the people are just super, super nice. Every time I've chatted with them, it's been nothing but a pleasure. Super, super good band. If you haven't checked out this song or even the We Crazy EP, please go ahead and purchase it on like Amazon Music or something like that. They're just really, really awesome. They've created great music, and I don't want to see their music disappear. So I'm hoping in the future maybe we can see something where they get back together, or maybe they get a new vocalist, bassist, something like that, because currently it was the vocalist slash bassist who had to part ways with the band. So I'm hoping that maybe the drummer and the guitarist can still do something together because they're actually very awesome and they create awesome music themselves. So hopefully we can get another bassist in there and we can do a new band or something. But great song. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. I recommend it. I think I'm just going to take one little sip here in honor of Greed 5 Eggs creating some awesome music. Gonna need to refill this. All right, and here we are. Number 11 is Disconnect Sendrillin with, forgive me, kanji. I believe the song name is Fukanzen Korea. I have no idea what that means. But I do know this band is absolutely fantastic. This song in general is super, super good. It's like super heavy in parts, but then also like super soft, like if that makes sense. Like, you know, it's like one of those songs, super, super heavy in parts, but then they bring it back to provide that balance, which I'm always talking about. Songs with balance are important. The vocalist is just so fantastic as well. It's such a rocking song, but also beautiful at the same time. So it's just fantastic song. At one point, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, there's a part where the bass just sounds so jazzy, and I love when bands can kind of incorporate like jazzy elements, things like that into it. That's the other thing I'm always talking about, like combining different genres, like melding them together to create something like very unique. It's really, really cool. There's a few bands out there that do it well, you know, not all those bands can though, and I thought they did a fantastic job with this song. This song's just kind of all over the place in like a good way. Like it goes super, super hard, crazy, and they slow it down, bring it back. It's just fantastic song. This is another band that I need to check out more of in the next year, but as the first song that I've heard by them, absolutely fantastic. As soon as I heard it, I loved it. I've listened to the song so many times this year. If you have not checked them out yet, definitely give this song a listen, and if you do enjoy it and you find any other songs by them that are good, let me know and then I'll check them out. All right, and so now we're breaking into the top 10 songs of the year. Right here, you can see this is one of my favorite bands of the entire year and just in general now. Aoi a Sphere. I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what I'm going with. So let me just get a drink here. Gonna need to pour some more sake in here. I had the pleasure of meeting this band, and first off, having the opportunity to see them live was just, it's a dream come true. Definitely one of my dream bands that I was like, I hope one day I can see them play live. It happened, you know. Last time I was in Japan, they happened to be playing a show around the area that I was going to be in, so I was able to see them. Not only was I able to see them live, I was able to meet them all, and they were all the nicest people. I communicate with them on Twitter every once in a while here and there. And I've even, if you've watched particularly this video, if you watch my reaction to this song, I even explained that I talk with them on like Twitcasting sometimes when they're streaming. Absolutely the nicest people, like by far probably the nicest people. Like there's not many other people I can say that are nicer than them that I've met. Not only did I get to see them at a show, but they at the end of the show, after they're done playing, they approached me after, again, I had already met them, and they said, can you please wait here for a moment? We want to give you a gift. And they even said it in English too, which is like absolutely crazy, so very, very nice of them to go out of their way to speak to me in English, which was greatly appreciated. And they actually presented me with a poster that was autographed by all of them. Super nice. I didn't ask for anything. I just wanted to see them. They knew I was going to be at the show, and yeah, they right there signed a poster for me. So sorry for going off on a little tangent, but I just wanted to highlight how incredibly nice this band is, like the people behind the band. This song in particular was just dropped not too long ago, and I have listened to the song so many times since it came out. It is just a great song. It's a song that highlights the amount of emotion that they have in their songs. And that's why I enjoy the band and their songs in general. They're so full of emotion. They also create such unique sounds. They're such a unique band. They're creating sounds that I don't hear any other bands creating. And that's why I enjoy them. It's just so full of emotion. They use a lot of jazzy elements as well. The effects that they use on the guitars are just absolutely insane. So, and bass lines, I love it. Nagisa has an absolutely incredibly powerful voice, just filled with emotion. And when I can pick up on emotions, things like that in songs, it just resonates with me in a way that I just can't help but enjoy. So, by far one of my favorite bands that I've discovered this year, and currently one of my favorite bands in general. Absolutely incredible people. I didn't even introduce the song name. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Shuffle Bed, I believe, is what the song is. If you have not heard this song or any other song by them, I highly recommend you check them out. Aoiosphere is a fantastic band, and they're just incredibly nice people. This song it was very difficult to place. I wanted to place it up higher, but as you will see, as we were getting into this top 10 list, it's one hell of a list. I'll say that. So this is Aoiosphere with Shuffle Bed, and this was the number 10 song of the year for me. Number 9, we have Pale Neo. I feel like this band just kind of came out of nowhere, and they have been absolutely killing it this year. Now, number 9, the song that we're talking about is Virtual Rebellion, and there is no music video for this. This was just a digital release. Gary actually mentioned that I should check this song out, and he had some very high words to speak of this song. He said that, this band is one of his favorite bands of the year. He's so interested in them, and he's more surprised by them than any other band so far this year. He also made comparisons with this song in particular to some of the great titans out there, Nemophila and BAND-MAID, which those are my bands. I always rock the BAND-MAID hat, always. And Nemophila, bro, I go to all their shows that are nearby. Both bands, fantastic, by far my two favorite bands. When you're making those comparisons and I go into a song knowing you've made those comparisons, I feel like I'm going to judge the song even harsher because now my expectations are set very, very high. I will say with this song, I was not let down. This song in particular was absolutely incredible, and I can see the comparisons when you're making references to BAND-MAID and Nemophila. The song is absolutely heavy, super, super heavy. You have Nemophila style riffs in there, even the guitar solo Nemophila style, you even have a duet in there. Fantastic. It's crazy to think about, but even the vocalist almost had like a hint of Mayu in her vocals, which was like, how are you like duplicating perfection? First off, it was like the Diet Coke of Mayu's vocals, we'll say. Just very, very good. And then when you break into the chorus, you have that almost catchy BAND-MAID-esque chorus, which was just so good. And you have the backing vocals too on the one guitarist. She has incredible backing vocals. This song in particular, if you have not heard it, maybe you've heard Pale Neo, Panorama, I think was their big major song that came out and you weren't really there for it, wasn't feeling it, check out this song. I think this is by far the best song that they have pushed out. It's even better than the recent song that they just published not too long ago, in my opinion. Maybe you like some of the other ones. I thought this song was just, at least from what I've heard so far, it's the pinnacle of what they've been able to achieve, in my opinion. Fantastic song. It had to be on the list as soon as I heard it. And now we get to number 8. One of the biggest surprises of the year for me. Baby Metal with Mirror Mirror. This song is such an incredible, incredible song. It is just absolutely beautiful. And once again, I'm going to say it, full of emotion. I had such a strong emotional impact with this song when I heard it. I almost didn't even believe it was Baby Metal, if that makes sense. Baby Metal, I think, is a great band. I generally listen to them when I'm working out. I don't really listen to them unless I'm working out. It's not a band that I'm just like, I could be working and let me put on some Baby Metal. It's just, you know, a little rough around the edges for everyday type stuff. Perfect for when you're throwing around weights at the gym, though. Got to give them credit for that. This song, however, broke that mold for me where I can listen to this song at any point in time. The song starts off, the intro riff is not at all what I expected from Baby Metal. It's more of a hard rock, progressive rock type deal, but it's just, it sounds absolutely beautiful. And obviously the vocals, we know the vocals are always great. It's Baby Metal, you know. Vocals were very beautiful, but they slow down the song at some points and have more of like a EDM almost feel to it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even know how to describe it when it slows down, but it's just the most beautiful sound. And God, like this background right here, that's how I feel listening to the song, you know. It's just, this song in particular is just an emotional journey, and by far just one of the most incredible songs I've heard this year. I was so surprised by this song in particular. Just absolutely beautiful. I don't even really have words to describe this other than surprised, beautiful, and emotions. Fantastic song. If you have not heard this song in particular, definitely check it out because it is an absolute monster of a song. Admittedly, I have not heard their latest album, the whole thing, so if there's any songs on there that are similar to this and you think I might enjoy it, definitely let me know in the comment section below so I can check it out, because I was just completely blown away with this one. Absolute one of the best, probably the best Baby Metal song I've heard, and definitely one of the best songs of the year. So now I think we're getting into a couple of controversial songs here. So let me just get a drink and prepare for this one. BAND-MAID dropped Shambles this year. My first time hearing this song was live when I was at the Anaheim show. Incredible song, fantastic. I've since listened to it a bunch of times since then. Objectively, incredible song. From a musicianship and just raw talent, skill based objective view, just pretty much about as good as you can get. BAND-MAID is just, every single member in there has an important role to play. They play their role extremely well, and there's no weak link. Everybody does their job, and the music they create is just pretty much the pinnacle out there. Now, that being said, I feel like maybe it's to a detriment, but I judge BAND-MAID songs on a much higher scale than pretty much any other band out there, because I expect nothing but greatness from them based off what they've showed me so far over these last years that I've been listening to them. This song is definitely a fantastic song, and that is why it's on the list. That being said, you may question why it is only number 7 on the list. The reason for that is this song for me is lacking something, and I don't quite know what it is. I could not place this song higher because it's missing something for me. And again, part of that might just be I hold BAND-MAID songs to a higher standard than any other band out there. So I was very, very nitpicky with the song. Again, maybe it's to a detriment. I do apologize for that. But when I expect nothing but greatness, when I have something that just feels like it's, I don't know, again, something about the song, it's not quite at 100% BAND-MAID level for me. It's definitely in the 90s. It's up there, but something missing. I didn't feel something from this song other than, damn, this song's awesome, but it's the X factor that BAND-MAID songs I expect from them. It's missing something. I don't know what it is. I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts on this song, because for me, somehow lacking for me, and I don't know why or how or what it is. And that's why it only got number 7 on my list this year. Now we get on to number 6. Definitely a last minute addition to this list, and I had to think more than I wanted to place this song. This song almost did not make the list simply because I do not believe this song was written by Nemophila. I believe it was written by somebody else, and it is for an anime ending, or I believe it's an anime ending. And because of that, I almost didn't include it from the list. However, just because they didn't write this song doesn't mean they didn't own the song or essentially make it their own. This song is just an absolute showcase of what these ladies are capable of. And I believe that's why they were approached in the first place to perform this song. I can't think of another band who could perform this song any better. This song is absolutely beautiful, and I believe I even mentioned in my video, which this song feels like the perfect song to just cap the end of the year, right? To just sit back and look back at the year, you know, the good, the bad, and everything in between. And I think I even mentioned that it sounds like it could be used for an anime like ending song. I think I compared it to, I believe it was Lisa's song for the Demon Slayer movie. It had that vibe to it. So had that kind of same feeling for me anyways. But again, just a beautiful song, performed incredibly well. It highlights Mayu's clean vocals, which, dude, just absolutely some of the most beautiful vocals out there. She's one of the most versatile, if not the most versatile vocalist out there. The best at screaming, just absolutely incredible vocals. Just the talent in this band is just off the charts. Like, they are all so good. And again, even though I didn't want to originally put this song on my list when I found out they didn't write it, I spent, you know, a good week just going over the song, thinking about it. And I felt like there was no way that I could not put it on this list because it was just done so well. It's just such an absolute beautiful song. It just, again, it highlights how incredible these ladies are. If you haven't heard the song yet, definitely check it out because damn.
そうだな思えば今日は昨日の延長戦新しい日が来る感覚がとっくにないそれがどうってこともない日常に紛れた成長の感情それさえも案の定異常今更何がしたいとかないだろういつも通りほど遠い普通に生きているだけなのになぜこんなにも嬉しいの教えてよどれもこれもそれも手に入らないなんて甘き癖やってらんないこんな人生クソくらえよクソくらえよ
All right. And now we're breaking out into number 5, the top 5 songs of the year for me. Very fitting that I have this sake cup right here. Let me grab a little sip here of this sake. As you can see here, we have Iris Mondo with, I believe it's Ratio and Common. What an absolutely incredible band. You have two ladies here that are just making absolutely incredible music. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to meet them and see them play live on my last Japan trip as well. Again, it just happened to work out. They were going to be playing in the Tokyo area when I was in Tokyo, and that's kind of how those shows worked out. The bands that I did happen to see, I did not plan my trip around seeing bands. I had my rough trip planned out about where I would be traveling, and any bands that happened to be in the area when I was traveling, I would try and see. This is one that happened to work out. They're just two of some of the nicest ladies. Like, I still to this day, I have this right here on my desk where they wrote me a note and signed it after when I purchased some of their goods online. I think I also did a support program. I contributed in that for one of their music videos. I don't even remember which one, but fantastic ladies. As soon as I ran into them randomly at the bar that they were playing at, it was kind of funny. I opened the door to the bar and they were right there. It was like, wow. And, you know, we all said hi to each other, and immediately it's like, can we take a picture? Yeah, let's get a picture. Super cool. Now, after their show was done, which again, super fantastic show. It was great. It was just awesome show. They're even better live. They're so fun. It's just such a fun band. They create fun music. You know, I ended up purchasing merch from them. I purchased everything that I didn't already own from them. And it was really nice because some of the things they had was like a t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, I want the t-shirt. And then they asked me like, can we sign it for you? And I was like, well, yeah. And I was like, oh, damn. I was like, okay, well then can I buy 2 t-shirts then? So, because I wanted to wear one. But if they sign a t-shirt, there's no way I'm ever going to wear that shirt, right? So super nice. I didn't ask them for that at all. They were just like, please, can we sign it for you? And they wrote a nice message on it. Just, they're super nice ladies creating just incredible music. Again, their music is so fun. I always say it, but it's full of emotion. 1, number 2, they have just some like party songs that just make you have a good time. They're starting their first tour this year, 2024. And it's super cool to see them succeeding because they're just, I feel like they've worked harder than so many bands out there. They've been nonstop just pushing hard to make it, and it's just incredible to see them doing what they're doing. If you want to support them as well, they do have an online fan club type deal on, I think it's FanIcon, but they might have changed it. Definitely check out their profiles and check them out because they're just, again, an incredible band. And I feel incredibly lucky that I finally got a chance to, one, see them live, and to even meet them. Two of the nicest ladies that you can even meet, just making incredible music. And I've listened to this song so many times this year. I believe on my YouTube music recap deal, they kind of do one of those music year-end recap deals. Since I listen to most of my music on YouTube, since I have YouTube Premium, I just create playlists and just randomize it. I believe this was the number 5 most listened song to me for the year, which is pretty incredible because it just goes to show you that, you know, I listen to the song when I'm in the gym because it just gives me a good mindset, like focused. But also when I'm working, I listen to the song. When I'm driving anywhere, I listen to the song. Like, I listen to the song so many times this year. Absolutely incredible song. Just please, if you have not checked out Iris Mondo before, definitely check them out. They just incorporate a lot of different things like rock music because you have this awesome guitar in there, a little bit of J-rap, some EDM, some kind of like lo-fi beats, just a hodgepodge of different things mashed together to create awesome music. And they're just, again, they're fantastic. I could not recommend them enough. One of my favorite bands of all time since I started this whole YouTube thing. Actually, not even that, since I started following Japanese music. I want to give a special shout out to my friend Vladimir. I don't have a chance to talk with him very often anymore, but he recommended that I check out 362, and that's how I found these two ladies from Iris Mondo, and I've been listening to them ever since. Fantastic ladies. And now here we get to number 4, another song from AOA Sphere. As I mentioned earlier, probably my favorite band of the year. Absolutely incredible song, absolutely incredible band. This song highlights just some of what they're capable of. Just insanely talented musicians. I love the bassist. I just love watching him play too. Just fantastic bassist. Nagisa's voice, full of emotion. Again, the lead guitarist just has the craziest like effects that you could put on a guitar. It's super cool. It's even more wild to see them perform this live because you're like, damn, he's really doing all that with this pedal board. It's really cool. Just a fantastic band. This is a great song. I'm so happy this song came out this year because it really highlights kind of what this band is capable of. And again, I love this band. I think they're just some of the greatest people out there in general and fantastic musicians. I really, really wish them all the success in the world coming up in 2024. Sorry, I need to get a drink. And I also hope that I try to visit Japan every year. That's my goal. I don't know if I will be able to do it, especially with everything getting so expensive nowadays. Makes traveling definitely a bit more difficult. When, you know, I live here in Los Angeles area, it's very, very expensive. But if I do get a chance to go back to Japan in 2024, I hope I can see this band live. Again, even it would just be great. They're just such nice people that yeah, I love listening to their music. It's full of emotions, and just being there chatting with them real time is just so nice. They're so kind. They are one of the reasons that I'm trying to work extra hard on learning Japanese this year. I've struggled with my studies throughout the year, and I've finally got to the point where I'm like, okay, I am going to master hiragana and katakana so I can read more. And I feel like once I can read more, I can start to learn more, because I struggle right now forming complete sentences, and I kind of just know a lot of vocabulary words in Japanese. So I kind of maybe sound like a caveman when I talk, you know, like I remember a lot of times when I'm talking to like some of these bands, I was telling them that, you know, I was drinking a lot of beer and eating Family Mart Fammy Chickies. So I was telling them like biru, like pointing at my stomach, biru Fammy Chiki, you know, and saying like oishi, stuff like that. Like I can't really like form complete sentences. So they were one of the bands that was actually really cool. They were trying very hard to communicate with me. They were using English, I was using Japanese, and we are swapping back and forth. So really, really kind people, and again, just fantastic music. This is a perfect song that highlights just what they're capable of. And they have some other incredible songs as well. A Shadow Tag, I believe, is one of them. Check that out if you haven't. Super, super nice people creating just awesome and unique music. There's not any other band out there that I can think that sound like them. And that's one of the reasons that they definitely had to be on this list twice this year. And this song in particular is just so different than any other song I've heard this year. And it blows my mind what they're capable of. So I want to continue to support this band going forward in the future. And I beg you, please, if you have not checked them out, please check them out. Just help support them online. They're making absolutely incredible music that is just unlike really any other band out there. And I really hope that they have success, because I know they've all worked so hard, and they're even so kind as to message me that they're amazed that somebody from overseas has heard their music and has even gone there to support them. And they've even told me that seeing people overseas wanting to like see them live just gives them more drive to work harder in the next year and do everything they can to be successful. Also, they're on the streets all the time playing in Japan. Nagisa's always out there singing. You can find them live streaming all the time. Just absolutely incredible. They work so hard. They make incredible music. There's no other band out there like them. So please, please give their music a listen. And if you enjoy it, help support them any way you can, whether it's just following all their channels, sharing their music with other people. That would be awesome. All right. And that was number 4, was AOA Sphere with Logophobia, or Logophobia. I don't really know how to say it. Now we're getting into the top 3. Definitely going to need some drink for this. I am sure this list has been surprising to many of you so far, but there's definitely more to come on this list. These next 3 songs are some of the absolute most banger songs of the year, and that's why they're in the top 3. Let me grab a drink and then we'll go ahead and get into this. Fantastic sake. Starting off the top 3 list, absolute banger of the song. This might be the most banger song of the year. You can see we have Hanabie right here with Osaki ni shitsuri shimasu. That's right, I can say it now. Osaki ni shitsuri shimasu. I feel like, going back and studying my kana more and getting used to the pronunciations and just spending time in Japan, having to try and speak Japanese with people really helped me work on that. So I don't think I say it perfectly, but I say it good enough where if I was to tell a person Osaki ni shitsuri shimasu about this song, they would know what song I was talking about if they knew who Hanabie were. So just throwing that out there. Pretty happy about that. This is just an absolute monster of a song, and if I'm not mistaken, this might have been my number one listened to song of the year, because when I was in the gym, man, this song would play and then another song would start, like, nah, I need to bring back that other song. I listened to the song so many times this year. Everything about this song is just great. The music video is really, really fun. Obviously, you see it here. It's so relatable to life, I feel like sometimes, I mean, not that I have my boss coming up to me and sexually harassing me because I work remotely. That'd be kind of weird. But it's like the work struggle of life, right? So that's what I'm going for. But yeah, so in that sense, right, it's that struggle of just work and then, I don't know. But the music video is very fun. They always seem like they have so much fun with their music videos. And again, this one highlights that as well. The song itself is just an absolute non-stop banger of a song. The shamisen that's in the background that provides that just sick beat is just, bro, as soon as that thing starts, donk, 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 oh my god, dude, this song, literally, I think when I first heard this song too, it had me going. I was just moving, bro, I listened to this song so many damn times this year, absolute banger of a song. Again, I love how they incorporate some of the traditional Japanese instruments in with it. Just laying down that bass line for it is just so good. The music video, as you see here, very fun as well. It just man, it just makes you feel the rage, So again, for me, it is my favorite song to listen to while lifting weights this year. Man, it gets you in the zone and you just want to throw stuff around like a monster, Fantastic song. It's just very, very fun. Hanabie finds a way to provide that perfect balance of crazy, just hard, intense music with the nice kind of cutesy vocals. It's just so good. I pretty much knew that this song was going to be very, very high on the list. As soon as I heard the song, and this was dropped relatively early in the year. I don't know. It's been a while because I've listened to the song a lot. Again, this is my number one listened to song of the year, according to my YouTube music thing, whatever the hell, that email they sent me, your YouTube music recap thing. I don't know what the hell that thing is. And yeah, it's definitely a fitting song. It's very, very good. Hanabie is an incredible band. I'm so sad that I did not get a chance to see them when they were playing in the US. Unfortunately, it was around the time I was getting ready to travel to Japan, so did not work out, and I am so bummed about that. But nevertheless, one of my favorite bands to listen to, especially when I'm at the gym. This song in particular is a fantastic song. Definitely worthy of being number 3 on the list. I need a drink. Once again, number 3 song of the year is Hanabie with Osaki ni shitsuri shimasu.
Never say never だって掴めそうな空も果て Start over my fate 今ここから生まれ変わるこの場所にだけはもう戻らないと決めた Decisive strike Steady na chance Get at the light
All right, so now we get to number 2. My second most favorite song of the year is Little Lilith with Strike. Dude, this song is just absolutely incredible. This song was almost giving the number 1 song a run for its money. This song and the last song that we listened to, which was Hanabie with Osaki ni Shitsuri shimasu, were like kind of neck and neck. Even though I listened to the Hanabie song more through the year, I felt this song, because I think it was like number 1 song was Hanabie. The number 2 song is the number 1 song on this list, and this was the number 3 listened to song of the year. I think that's how it was. Something roughly around those. But this song provides just such an incredible balance of insanely hard music and just nice, soft, fluffy vocals, like almost feel goody. Like, dude, this song right here is like one of the most perfect songs. Like, it's super, super heavy and intense sounding, but the vocals at the same time are so beautiful when the vocalist isn't screaming, you know? And the screaming sounds good too. The screaming was done perfectly in a way that made sense. Didn't take anything away from the song. It actually added more to the song. It added more texture to the song. It just, everything about this song is absolutely incredible. It's so beautiful. It just, as soon as the vocalist starts off with the song, man, I'm just like, there it is, dude. You know, I love it so much. Like, the vocals are so beautiful, but at the same time, you have the heavy music behind. Like, it's just, everything is just about this song. It's just, again, one of my favorite songs of the year. I think, actually, one second here. Yes, this is one of the albums that I purchased when I was in Japan, when I went to Tower Records in Shibuya. Definitely, that was one where I wanted to go in person and purchase that album, and I did. So I'm very, very happy about that. That was like one of my, like, I need to get this when I'm there, because I knew it would be there since they had the little display case there. They showed it. They didn't have a big display area when I was there for that, but like, I was like, bro, I know it's going to be there. I'm going to buy it. So I held off from purchasing it online, and I went and bought it in person. I'm so happy about that, because, dude, this song in particular is fantastic. This band is fantastic. I would have loved to see them when I was in Japan, but unfortunately, I think they were doing a European tour, if I'm not mistaken, when I was in Japan. So didn't work out, but, you know, fantastic band. This song in particular, fantastic. I have listened to the song so many times. Like, man, I'm driving down the street and I'm just blasting this out the car. Probably making people look like, what the hell is going on over there? But I'm like, yo, you know, it's just me having a good time when I'm driving. And again, lifting weights, bro, throwing this song on, throwing them weights around, you know. Just an absolutely insane song. I love this song so much, and I love this band. If you haven't checked out this song yet, like, do yourself a favor and do it, because, bro, it is an absolute monster banger of a song. This was tough. Again, judging these 1, 2, and 3 songs of the year, it was very, very difficult. They were by far going to be one of the contenders. It was just a matter of placing it, and I think it's the balance of just that beautiful, beautiful vocals with the insanely hard, like, music with just a little bit of screaming sprinkled throughout, just really pushed it over the edge. And for me, again, it really comes down to just the intro of the song. As soon as it starts, I'm instantly hooked. It instantly just drew me in, and I guess I'll give bonus points too, because the music video is pretty cool too. Fantastic song, fantastic band. If you have not checked out Little Lilith before, do yourself a favor and check them out. They're pretty cool.
叫び続けた不完全な明日歩けば We're such a waste of boys There's so many ways for us
Here we go. The absolute number one song of the year. I pretty much knew as soon as I heard this song, this was going to be the song that others are chasing to get the number one song of the year. This song, dude, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this song. Number one, Mayu. As soon as the screaming stops and Mayu starts singing, bro, my heart just completely melted. I'm like, most beautiful voice like ever. Like just so good. Number two, the lyrics of the song are just so incredibly powerful and positive, which is so crazy to see. Like it's such a good message behind the song. And that's just the power behind the song, the driving instrumentals. Just it's so heavy, but also so light and airy, I guess is the best way I could describe it. Like it's such a heavy song. Like there is no doubt that this is a metal song, but I feel like it's a song that everybody can enjoy, even people that don't like the super heavy kind of metal songs, which is what makes it incredible. And you have your intense parts where Mayu starts screaming, which again, she is arguably the best at screaming than any other like person out there. She's just so good. But when she goes in those clean vocals, my god, just you have the legendary Tamu back there who's just destroying it on drums the whole time. You have Haraguchi-san, who has, after seeing Nemophila play live so many times, I'm like, she might be my favorite now because nobody works the stage better than Haraguchi-san. I'm just gonna say that out there, right? She's just throwing that out there, She's the best at working the stage. She puts in so much work, and she is just so damn cool. But then you have legendary guitarists back there as well. You have Hazuki and Saki, which are just, bro, insane. And I love this because you get one guitar solo from Hazuki, you get another guitar solo from Saki, and then they come together and give you a duet, which is like, bruh. This part right here too. Look inside the mirror of you. Can you say now it's the best of who you are? What a powerful statement in a song. A metal song of all things, right? Like, dude, this song was by far the best song of the year. It was not even a question. I think the number 2 and number 3 songs for me were difficult to place. This was by far the best song of the year. It was not a question. Again, as soon as I heard the song, and I was like, oh my god. I listened to it so many times after, and I knew, like, if I do a top 15 song of the year, this is the song right here to chase. This one is by far miles ahead of everywhere else. You got to beat them, and good luck. Every single member in this band is insanely talented. They just make some incredible music. Just, again, it comes down to not only is the song fantastic, like the instrumentals are incredible, the vocals are incredible, but it's the lyrics, the message behind the song. So when you add everything together, not only do you have just some of the just most beautiful like vocals, crazy like intense but great screaming, absolutely amazing instrumentals, you combine that with beautiful lyrics that are not only beautiful but also like powerful and emotional, and it makes you like want to reflect on yourself. At least for me, when I listen to those lyrics, I'm like, wow, like the message behind it is just so absolutely like powerful and incredible. Super cool to see. You don't see that with a lot of like metal songs, stuff like that. So it was just, yeah, it was, there was no competition. At least for me, I knew this was going to be the best song of the year. Every single song I listened to after it was chasing this song. And again, year's done now. Out of all of the music I've heard, by far the best song of the year. Nemophila absolutely knocked it out the park with this one. So if you have not heard Rise from Nemophila, do yourself a favor and listen to it 100 times because it's that good. All right, and there you go. Let me get a drink because, man, what an incredible year for music. There are so many songs I wanted to include on this list, but I could not because it was just, as the list went on, it was just so difficult to try and place music. The absolute bangers released this year. If you would like me to release a follow-up video, essentially a runners up, because I did not include a runners up in this video, let me know and I will do a runners up for the top 15 songs of the year, or songs, I don't know what we'll call it, songs that didn't make the cut or something. I don't know. Let me know if you'd like to see that though, because I think there's a lot of fantastic songs that I wanted to include the list, but I just could not place them. So if you're interested in that, then definitely let me know. I will work on that when I have some time. And I would love to hear your favorite songs of the year, right? Can you come up with your own top 15 list? Also, please note, I have not heard every single song this year that came out because I try and keep everything as a surprise. So there may be songs on here that I have not heard. If you have not seen me post a video on it, chances are I have not heard the song. Definitely, if there's a song that you think needs to be on this list, let me know in the comment section below. And if it's something I have not checked out before, I will check it out. And if it is something that I have checked out before, maybe it's on my runners up to the top 15 list, whatever thing. You know what I'm saying, right? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. That'd be awesome. And if you can't come up with a top 15 list, let me know your top favorite 5 songs, or maybe just your favorite song of the year. And also another thing you do, let me know your favorite band of the year. And how about your favorite band and or song that you discovered this year for the first time? That would be cool. So this was definitely a long video. I'm just kind of talking and, again, enjoying my breakfast of a nice Soto sake with my beautiful Iris Mondo sake cup. So I'm just going to stop talking. That was the top 15 songs for me for this year. Absolutely incredible year for music. I think there's some amazing songs. We've unfortunately lost some great bands this year as well. Sad to see that, but the music industry, at least in Japan, is pushing forward, releasing some absolutely incredible music. So I'd love to hear what were some of your favorite songs of the year. And with all that out the way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up because I'm hungry. I need to eat some breakfast. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to hear from all of you in the comment section below. And yeah, I hope you all be safe. Take care. Rock on. I hope you have an incredible year coming up, and I will talk to you real soon. Ciao, mate.